Okay, hello. Sorry, that was not 5 minutes. How are you guys doing? Welcome to stream chat. How are we all today? Let me swap out our music. I realized two things. I'm gonna justify why I'm late. I realized two things while I was getting everything rolling and ready to go. Number one is that ads rolled later than they were supposed to, and I don't like when they do that because I don't want you guys to miss like the first bit of the stream because of an ad. So I'm like, oh, I can wait like the extra minute and just let people get it of ads. And then while I was thinking about that, I also realized that I forgot to turn on tits again so that you guys can throw stuff at me, so I had to take a minute to get that all activated and set up. So you know what? Giving you guys the extra couple minutes in the ad, it all worked out for the best. I'm so excited. Me too, Destiny. Nice to see you. I'm trying to get myself to actually wake up. But, you know, forgot her tits. I sure did. I can't find them. Where'd they go? They're on now. They're what would you say? Installed? Active? On? I don't know. Tits is up. Tits is working now. How are you guys doing today? I overslept this morning. I'm a little bit eepy, but I'm alive and fueled by the motivation of drawing Pokemon, and hopefully that'll be enough. Probably close this tab now. I got some nice Pokemon music for us today. I'm very excited about it. I feel that I should also share this playlist with you, as I typically do. I was in a little bit of a scramble to get my desk set up and everything, because I haven't done like IRL art stuff in a little bit, and I wanted my setup to be just a little bit different for this stream, which we'll see when we go down to desk. I'll be staying for about 3 to 4 hours because the Amazing Digital Circus episode 8 premiere. That's today. I forgot that was today. I am still not caught up. I still need to watch episode 7. I don't spoil it for me, but I am excited. I think it'll be good. I think Digital Circus is very good. Even if I'm not as good as staying up to date on it. I won't spoil, but I'm scared. I know, I've seen the teasers. It'll be interesting, I'll say that much, I think. Okay, there's our playlist. I'll pin that. So yeah, I did a little bit of messing with my desk setup for drawing. I think the way I have it is just gonna make it like a little bit more comfortable for actually drawing on, and I'll explain all of that when we get to the desk. Today, for the uninformed, if you haven't been around, that's okay. I'm only judging you a little bit. We are gonna do a design challenge where I design Pokemon as fashion dolls. So think like Barbie, Monster High, Bratz, all of those kind of things. I'm a fashion doll collector, so I'm big into that kind of stuff, and it's a fun design philosophy to try and look at, to try and take like character but make it fashion. So that's what we're doing today. It will be very excited. It got a little more popular than I really was anticipating. I can pull out the wheel. I can show you guys how many suggestions we have right now. And I'm not gonna call it a mistake, but I will say that I did say that I would do as many Pokemon as got suggested. And this is how many Pokemon got suggested. That's a lot of Pokemon. Wait, it's not even up to date. That's not even all of them. Hold on. Hold on. What do you mean an error occurred? No, I gotta make sure this actually shows you all of them. There are more. This isn't all of it. There's more. There is more, Destiny. I didn't even realize that. That's crazy. Nope, still not all of them. This is supposed to be the browser source version. Why isn't it working? Well, it's good that we're sorting this out now, I guess. Okay. And then if I refresh, will it work? No, that's still not all of them. Let me redo the source. Not a Muffins stream without some troubleshooting, I guess. Pokemon. Great, 2 of the faves are up there. Perfect. That's good news, Toes. And I like... Why is it doing this? Sorry, let me have a mini freak out about why this isn't working properly. Okay, we're not gonna do it like this. We're gonna just stream the browser page. That's stupid. That's so weird. Okay. Hello, mouse? I think it's this one? Okay, yeah, there we go. Panicked Muffins. It's okay. It's good to get the scuffins out of the way early in the stream, I think. I think this is for the best. Only slightly panicked. Okay, there. This is not what I anticipated having to do, but at least we know that that's how it's gonna be. Yep, there's the scuffins. I was waiting for it. Okay, there. That's the wheel. That's everything. Now it looks more daunting. The other one didn't look scary enough. That's all of the Mons. And yeah, I love doing request stuff, which is why I always say, like, send me requests. I'll do everything that gets requested. It's good. It's helpful. It's good to make like series for content and stuff. But that's a lot of Pokemon. That's a lot of guys. I can take some comfort in knowing that my beloved Sylveon is up there and I will eventually get to design Sylveon. But that's a lot of guys. Popplio spotted. Yeah, Popplio is here, my baby. It seems to be that lots of people have favorites on this wheel. I mean, obviously everyone has suggested their favorites. I will, against my better judgment, be taking more requests for this, so if y'all in chat have a favorite that is not up here, I can add it. That's all I'm saying. It can go on the wheel. You just gotta tell me. I love the shiny form. I don't know if I remember what Popplio's shiny looks like. Now I'm looking this up. Oh, in a different window, maybe. Popplio shiny. I love Primarina. That's like partially why I'm a big Popplio fan. Oh, it gets a pink collar. That's kind of cute. Nice. Very lovely. I love shiny Primarina. I think that looks really nice. Yeah, so that's today. I don't know. I'm gonna chat. I'm gonna yap at you guys for a few minutes, and then we'll start doing that. I can hide the Pokemon wheel for now. How is everyone? I had a full week of not seeing you because I got sick. So how are things? What have you guys been up to? I've missed you. I wish I had interesting stories to tell you from when I was sick, but, you know, I was sick. I was in bed. I was scrambling to get some assignments done. I hate having to do work when I'm sick because I'm like all like delirious and like, I think that looks good. Probably. And I don't know, but it all got handed in, so at least I'm not like overdue on some of those assignments. That's what matters most to me right now. I've been playing Pokemon. Ooh, very nice. Is it Popplio or is it a different game? I have intentionally not looked at any Popplio stuff because I know I'm gonna fall in love with it and I can't afford a Switch too. I think we did talk about the new Pokemon game announcement already. Guess who's probably not playing Gen 10? It's me. I can't afford a Switch 2. Are you kidding? Yeah, I've mostly been doing assignments and just trying to get everything done in a reasonable time and also heal myself, feel better. I was back on the grind of crocheting because I didn't have shit else to do while I was sick. I wasn't feeling well enough to do anything. So I just crocheted a lot, and that was pretty fun. I'm almost done this sweater I've been working on, which is pretty sick. Me and Muffins in the same camp, yeah. I hate it. I hate how inaccessible they're making all the gaming stuff. And I was just like going on a rant about the price of like graphics cards, and don't get me started on the new Nvidia stuff. I'm pissed. They're making gaming so inaccessible. It fucking sucks. No one's gonna be able to afford it anymore. No Pokemon Violet? Ooh, that's so exciting. Are you liking Pokemon Violet? Those games did grow on me after a while. I still am really annoyed with how Scarlet and Violet chose to do like the difficulty progression. I.e. it's like non-existent for an open world game, but whatever. There are still some really fun things in those games though, so I hope you're having fun. Beat it, but I'm doing a challenge. Ooh, that's cool. Also waiting for Tomodachi Life next month. Yes, Tomodachi Life remains my most anticipated game for 2026. We're for sure gonna play that on stream. I'm super excited. I think we'll be making like it. From what I've seen, right, from the new like direct trailers and everything, it looks to have similar customization to the newer Miitopia for the Switch. And that character customization was like chef's kiss peak. So I'm probably gonna be spending a lot of time in that character creator, and I'm very excited. I also want to play Miitopia on stream at some point, but that's gonna have to be something for a different time. Yeah. And then this week, I've just been like sleeping a shit ton, and it's been great. No, I've been really annoyed at my inability to like get up early because I like to do stuff in the morning before I have to go work or do school or anything else. And so I just like feel like shit whenever I sleep in, but I've been sleeping in a ton. So I think I'm still like kind of dealing with daylight savings time fucking everything up, and then also just like still trying to recover from being sick. It's been a whole journey for me. I'm mostly better, but just trying to get back to 100%, I guess. And Tomodachi Life is for the original Switch. Exactly! I can actually play it, which is gonna be absolutely awesome. I'm so excited. We will definitely play that whenever it comes out. Yeah. I don't know if you guys do this or not, but whenever I'm sick and I'm like sitting around the house, I'll be like sitting on the couch or in bed or wherever, like trying to recover. I'm like, damn, I'm just sitting here not doing anything. I could totally be working right now. And then I feel so bad whenever I like try and get myself, I'm like, oh, I have time to like do some editing or whatever. And then I feel really bad that I don't actually have the mental capacity to edit, and it sucks. And I need to stop doing it to myself. I am very, like, aware of the fact that I do it to myself and it's not good. But then at, like, the same time, I'm like, oh, but I could be doing work right now and that would be so much better. Like, no, Muffins, you don't need to work. You're sick, you need to rest. My phone battery should not already be low. That's not good. We'll see how that does. Hopefully it'll be okay. We'll manage. So, but that said, I am kind of behind on editing and I do need to catch up. Probably this evening I will be doing, I'll be doing a nice batch of editing, try and get caught up on some stuff. Because I have some stuff to post. I've got voiceovers and everything now. And I just haven't been editing like I should be. I'm almost also through like my big clip backlog from my Legends EA series. So I need to edit more clips and also just get more clips from stream. So you know if you guys want to clip stuff. That's also helpful. You don't need to, but it does help. Yeah. Yeah. And that's where I'm at. That's things. That's life. Hopefully you guys are also alright, keeping not sick. Make sure to rest and recover. Yeah. I got my water, I got my drawing supplies. I don't really have much else to yap about before we start, so maybe I'm just like procrastinating because I don't want to start yet. I'm like nervous about this. Hello, hello, welcome Mercer, it's good to see you. Welcome to stream. You're just in time for some Pokemon drawing. How exciting. You've been sick, but you're good? Well, I'm sorry you're sick. I hope you recover fast, Destiny. Alright, let's go to the desk. Let's start drawing. Woo! Let's get me out of the way here. Put me down in my corner. So this is the desk setup. This is what I was going to explain. Because my sketchbook, as you can see, is kind of propped up here. I want it at the angle. Mercer! Thank you so much for subscribing yet again. 14 months. Thank you so, so much. It's great to have you here. I can't believe I've been doing the affiliate thing for 14 months. That's so appreciated, Mercy. Thanks so much. Charmander, yes, I have. The hell did my Eevee go? Oh, I was playing with it. That's why I was playing with it. I have my Charmander and my Eevee just to kind of like fill that empty space over there. I have no in-between when I'm sick. I'm either healthy or so sick I spend 4 days in bed delirious. Aw, man. That's like the worst when you're so sick you just can't like do anything at all and just get me out of this. I hate it here. Time flies. It sure does. Wow. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But yeah, we got the little guys here. But basically the weirdness of this setup is that I have like a little crate box thing here to prop my sketchbook up. Because I've noticed this. I was having like a little internal dialogue with myself of like, why do I hate my drawing so much when I draw on stream? It's because I typically hold my sketchbook at an angle. So I can like see a little bit better and then stuff doesn't do the weird warpy angle when it like gets, when you look at it right on. So I have my sketchbook propped up a little bit. This is also so that I can put the webcam at a slightly better angle that will hopefully block my VTuber tracking less. Because I've noticed that that's a problem whenever I do sketchbook streaming. My webcam gets in my face. Zunu, hello, very nice to meet you. Welcome, welcome to the stream. I'm explaining my setup before we start Pokemon drawing. It's going to be very exciting. I hope you're having a good day. So that's the big setup change there, and hopefully this will work. Well, fingers crossed. I might have to mess with it a little bit, but that should be okay. I have water, I have coffee. I should be trying to drink more of the water, because I am, of course, still recovering from my cold. Greetings, happy Friday, nice to see you. Happy Friday indeed. I'm still not used to the new model, I almost didn't recognize you. Oh no, it's still me, just with upgrades. But I guess it's only been about a month with the new model. And obviously, since I've been sick, it makes it... it's technically less, because I haven't been streaming as much. Do you guys want to see this dope-ass sticker I got? This is not related to what we're doing today, but I got a funny sticker. I haven't decided where to put it yet, but I like it. Yeah, I went on a little shopping trip with Saucy the other day, and it was good. I needed the time out. Oh yeah, I'm glad you guys appreciate it. I posted this on Discord, but I'm also gonna show you guys here. Look what I got. I got a new Miku figure. This one is huge. It's like almost double the size of my other one. She's currently sitting like underneath where my tracking camera is for my model, so that I can stare lovingly at her face while I stream. It's very cute though. It's a very nice figure. That was my little bit of retail therapy the other day. And yeah, that's about that. I am totally procrastinating. Love the buns. Yes, they're super cute. It's a really good figure. I've been wanting this one for a while, and I was lucky enough that my local GameStop happened to have it in stock. Okay. I am so procrastinating because I'm nervous about doing this, but we better get started, hey? Stop showing the full thing. You got this, thank you, Mercer. So, how this is gonna work is we're gonna spin the wheel for a random Pokemon that has been suggested by you guys in chat and also by people on TikTok and YouTube. Whatever Pokemon it gives us, we're gonna do. No rerolls. And we're gonna take that Pokemon and we're gonna design them as if they were a fashion doll. So focusing on like the clothing and how design elements from them on translate to design elements of the clothing. I have a handful of my own Monster High dolls over here that I can grab and look at for reference, but also we'll just be having to do lots of research. Basically, we're going through the full design process with this. Yeah. I will be taking chat suggestions. If you guys have opinions on what you think the design should look like, feel free to share. Feel free to let me know. I probably will not take every suggestion, but this is a collaborative thing. We're gonna work together, especially when I get some bullshit like Smoliv and we have to try and figure that out together. Muffins hating chat. Yeah, that's might be what this turns into really fast, Nunu. Is it like a human doll with the Pokemon as an outfit or a doll of the Mon? I'm going more the doll, a doll of the Mon route. It's just that I'm going to be focusing my design efforts onto like clothing and probably hair a little bit as well. Is kind of the design road I'm taking here. Cool, yeah. It's basically designing Pokemon as humans, but like, just with like a little bit of a twist. I have a fancy little doll box that I'm going to be putting them all in. Okay, so as you can see, this is the wheel. I have lots of suggestions. We've got our work cut out for us because I did say that I was going to do all the suggestions I got. Shall we give the wheel a spin, chat? Are you ready? This might be really easy or really hard. Okay. The first Pokemon we will be designing today will be... Who is Popplio? Okay, we can do a Popplio design. That's not that bad. Yeah. And you were just talking about how much you love Popplio, Destiny. It's fate. It's perfect. My baby, the winner. Okay. Let's remove Popplio from the wheel. Who's that? Pokédoll! Exactly. Boop. And then we can hide this. And then I can write... I can position my sketchbook a little bit. And we are gonna do... Popplio! As number one. I've got markers and stuff. We're probably gonna be blocking a lot of stuff, if I had to guess. This setup is still a little jank. Please work with me here. Alright. Popplio, chat. Popplio. What do we think about Popplio? Do you want to balance, please, sketchbook? There we go. I did buy an entirely new sketchbook for this, too. So, I'm gonna open up a new window here, and we're gonna, like, do some research. I always worry that I'm gonna bore people when I do design process streams, but this is fully and unashamedly a design process stream, so we're gonna be doing some thinking. I love Popplio dearly. I'm so glad that you're here then, because you get to have lots of input in how we design Popplio. I'm gonna put the guy up on screen. I've been using Bulbapedia to get high quality images of all of the mons. It works fantastically. I love it. It's not boring. The whole process is interesting. Well, you would say that, Mercer, but I do appreciate it. I'm sure it's probably not as boring as I, like, let myself believe it is. I think just because I'm used to what my design process is, I'm like, no one wants to watch this shit. They just want to see the final drawing. But I know that's not always true. Okay, there we go. Boy can go up there. Wow, you have so little faith in me. I have faith in you. It's maybe that I'm worried about people's attention span sometimes, okay? Alright, Popplio, Popplio, Popplio. I should put my drawing thingy up. Oop, okay, there we go. How are we gonna do this, chat? I'm a little worried about how I'm gonna interpret this. That is a seal. I mean, I guess first things first, he's got the little frill. The frill is something to work off of. It makes him look like a little circus performer, but he's also a water type. I have his Bulbapedia page up. Let's look at his Bulbapedia page. Maybe that can help. I'm having some, like, tracking issues with my mouse today. I hope that's not gonna be a running issue. Okay. Okay, there we go. There's our nice little, like, research tab. Jester. Popplio will fit a Jester very well. That is a good point, Destiny. I like that idea. And actually, you know what I've been seeing all over my Pinterest lately? Hold on, I'm gonna put this behind my head and then I'm gonna show you. Okay. So, what I've been seeing all over my Pinterest lately... We're gonna pray that Pinterest does not give- oh, no, let's not just look up crochet. I've been seeing so many patterns for these crochet jester hats. Isn't that dope? Aren't they so cute? Primarina would be drag, but I love them either way. That is a good point, actually. This could be really cute for Popplio. Little Jester theme. Okay. Let's read. Let's read about Popplio. Let's see. I mean, it's 87% male, so we could we could do a dude. I mean, I guess with the dolls, I'm not necessarily implying that, like, the fully evolved dolls are, like, older versions of them. I think I'm gonna take, like, a Monster High route and make it so that the evolved versions are, like, their older siblings, I think is what we're gonna do. Let's see. Popplio has complete control of its water bubbles, which it snorts from its nose and uses as a part of its battle strategy. On land, it uses the elasticity of its bubbles to perform acrobatic stunts and jumps. Popplio practices daily with increasingly larger water bubbles, with the sheer force of them bursting dealing a lot of damage. It's hardworking. Aww. That is really cute. I'm gonna jot down bubbles and hardworking for the character. Don't you guys love doing research? Oh yes. Its evolutions are a lot more like feminine looking, but that guy's just a seal. Yeah, lots of stuff about it controlling water bubbles. Yeah, that's kind of its whole deal. That's a bunch of like stats and stuff. I don't know if that's gonna be very helpful to me. I mean, those are all the moves it can learn. I want like the fun facts part. Guys, look at him in the mug! Look at that little guy! Oh, you cannot see my mouse. I need to turn on the show. Oh, I have capture cursor on. I don't know why it doesn't want to show you my mouse. Look at him in the manga. Look at that little guy. He's very excellent. Okay, it's called the Sea Lion Pokemon. He's very precious. Maybe based on a sea lion and a Hawaiian monk seal. Okay, we'll have to look those up. Okay. Yes, the blowing bubbles thing is probably based on the circus trick, yes. I guess I could write down circus. That's weird. When it is viewed standing up from the front with its head pointed up, it resembles the alchemical symbol for Mercury, which represented water in alchemy. Really? That's true? Litton's forehead resembles the symbol for sulfur, and Rowlet's resembles the symbol for salt. I've never heard of that before. But that's kind of cute. I'll jot that down. That's why we look at the fun facts at the trivia section. That's so cool. That is really cool. I never knew that. It's a neat thing for the starter trio to have. Yeah. Alright, that's kind of that. And you said it would be boring. Maybe I was wrong. We're learning fun facts. I gotta adjust the focus of this camera. You guys cannot see shit very well. Where's my mouse? Apparently it is interesting. I'll eat my words. I was wrong. We're all learning together. About Pokemon, which is the most important thing to learn about, I think, actually. That is going to be more blurry. Gonna come back into focus for me? Okay, something like that. So, I'm feeling lots of like round shapes and stuff for Popplio. I think would work really well. I do definitely want to do the Jester hat. Let's start with that. Let's do some sketches like that. We'll keep its face relatively round, because that's just like Popplio. And then also because this is gonna be a younger character. I got this. I don't think I've ever drawn one of these jester hats before. We'll see how it works. So kind of like that. And then down. This one has little stars on the ends, but I think we should just make those like little balls, like bubbles. There. Or we could make them even a little more teardrop shaped, right? To match with like the shape of Popplio's ears, because those are also kind of like a teardrop shape. And then we want the frill. That is just like a stereotypical jester if I put it around the neck. I could do something with the hair. I could follow the like more rounded fluffy shape of the frill for the hair. I don't know if doing the frill just around the neck is like too on the nose. I'm not sure. Make the nose very round. And it must be a happy little guy. I'll worry about like face and stuff later. I want to think about outfit right now. Let's play with silhouette, shall we? Because I don't want to lose the fact that this is like a water type and supposedly a little seal. So, well, we've got, pretend that that looks good. But we're just gonna, I feel deep in my soul that he needs to have like the puffy little jester bloomer shorts. I think that's for sure a part of the outfit. But then I just don't know what I want to do for the rest of that silhouette. Let's see. Let's think about Popplio. It's got like the big front flippers and it's got a tail. How do we do that? I mean, my first thought is to do something to make the forearms more bulky, be that like we do arm warmers or we do some sort of like bell sleeve almost. Yes, definitely. Okay. Well, I know the bloomers are gonna stay then at least. So we could do, so if this is the arm here, arm warmers look nice. That is, I am a fan of adding arm warmers to designs, so I'm definitely not against it. Let's draw like a little T-pose arm. So we can either do, we have this nice and open. We do some sort of arm warmer. We'll have them cinch like right around there. And then that can create kind of that flipper look. Popplio has like the little white lines on its flippers, so maybe we'd add like some embroidery or little beads up. That, or we could do, that's like the shoulder of a shirt. Do a good old bell sleeve like that. Where this also cinches around there. And then same idea, we'd do like, maybe like a little wave design in white to kind of match the lines, the white lines on the flippers, but also to keep the water motif in there. Yeah, okay. And the only problem is that I don't want to lose the shape of the bloomers, because I think the shape of the bloomers can work as those lower fins. I mean, I could pose it so that we don't lose it with the silhouette. It might be a posing issue. Yeah, okay. Okay. And then it's just the frill. It's deciding if I want to keep that frill right around the neck or not. Which I question. And then also I need to come up with shoes, but we can do shoes last. So, let's see. The hat will account for, like, the head and the ear shape. That's for sure. The outfit we can use to account for like the body shape, the flippers, and all of that. So it's just figuring out how to incorporate the frill. Because I don't know if I want to do just the frill around the neck. Like that, it feels too basic, right? I'm gonna look up like a jester core outfit on Pinterest. Let's see how people do this. These are sick, I love it. Look at those pants. I like them. They use like a corset here to kind of slim the shape. We could do that if the top and the bottom are both gonna be like super frilly. I like this one. This one's kind of nice. You could add some details or design to the frill even if you kept it at the neck. That is true. There is potential to bring in more of like my water motif at the neck frill if I wanted to. I was also just wondering about like hemming some clothing with it instead of doing the straight frill. But like at the same time, I feel like these are so quintessential. I mean, I could do something like this where it feels more like a little capelet. I wonder where Saucy is. I believe Saucy is up in his room playing Dark Souls on his computer, if I remember correctly. Yeah, like we could do something a little bit longer like this, so it's still like jestery and feels like Popplio, but not quite. It's not quite so stereotypical. My guy, I'm sure he'll be around eventually. I don't know. I don't actually know what he's up to. So if I do another silhouette up here. You guys should play Dark Souls together. I don't know if Dark Souls is my kind of game, Mercer, but we could try. I feel like I would die a lot in Dark Souls, and it maybe wouldn't be that fun for me, but I don't know, maybe I'll end up loving it. Who knows? So if we do these, I'm gonna make them a little bit bigger for the ear shape. Okay. We like kind of cinch the middle. I don't know if I'll make that like a pure corset, but we will definitely cinch the middle in a little bit. I do our fluffy little shorts. Okay, and then we do the whittle capelet. And then we just make sure that the mass of the fluff of the arms is centered there. Uh-oh. my phone is rapidly getting low on power. That's not good. Hopefully we can get it to stay alive. I have a mod that lets you play co-op the whole game. Trying to keep my girlfriend alive is harder than the game. That's what I worry about, Mercer. I am a liability. That does sound fun. I love a good co-op mod. Okay. I'm gonna interrupt my conversation about co-op mods to propose this silhouette. I think this one works. I think it's good. Hey, it's a fun challenge. As long as you're enjoying it, Mercer, that's what's most important. I think this silhouette is working. So we can work with that a little bit more. I think if we're doing that, he just needs like some sort of big boots, because otherwise it's gonna be too top heavy. It'll balance it out. Yeah, it looks amazing. Looks good to me. Okay, good. Yes, then this is what we're gonna go with. Which means we just have to like detail what all of that shit actually looks like. I'm gonna have some coffee. I've earned myself a little treat. I need to be on top of hydrating as well, because I have a nice little packet of apple cider, like instant apple cider in the pantry, and I want to have it, but I'm like, I need to drink enough water if I'm gonna let myself have my apple cider. My hot apple juice. Alright, Popplio. Let's figure out what all of this stuff is gonna look like. His face looks so untrustworthy. Is the jester motif playing tricks on you? Is he starting to look a little too mischievous because of the jester theming? Okay, let me bring back that hat I was looking at. The eyes remind me of Jin from Bleach. I think it's just because I haven't bothered to detail them yet. We'll give him a more trustworthy face soon, I promise. He's a small child. He might be like a little bit mischievous, but not to that extent. I have realized in my art lately that I kind of have a knack for drawing mischievous looking children, which is really funny because I'm like, I don't know. That's not really the kind of stories or characters I aim to work with. I'm like, I don't know. I tend to work with like young adult characters, and that's just more been my thing. I've never been super into like, oh, look at this cute little kid. That's never been my drawing style, but I don't know, somewhere deep inside of me lays the inability to do a really good mischievous little fucker, and I think that's awesome. I think it's because I read a lot of those type of comics as like a kid. Like, I don't know. I guess Charlie Brown wasn't super mischievous, but like that genre, you know, like a Calvin and Hobbes. Read a lot of Diary of a Wimpy Kid, like I think everyone does who grew up in the early and mid 2000s. Or even like the 2010s more, I guess. Read a lot of Big Made, all of that kind of stuff. And I think that is where that like ability to do just a really good mischievous kid came from. It's gonna be helpful today. We're gonna use it for Popplio, so I think something like that. Or we could, I mean, these are still like teardrop shaped enough that I could still do like a little water bubble at the bottom. If we could do like a little string of beads so it looks like a bubble being blown. That could be really cute. They both kind of work. I think they're both pretty awesome. It's in my other bag. Where is it? I have a specific pen I'm looking for. Bear with me. Okay. Pen. This is like a Sharpie S-Gel pen. I got it from one of my classmates, who very kindly just gave it to me for free. And God, this pen is so good. It's one of the nicest sketching pens I've ever used. This has such a quality about it that feels so nice to draw with. So we've got about that shape. The nice little jester hat. Are we gonna do stripes on it? I feel like we could do stripes on it. So that's like whatever little charm end we end up going with. Yeah, I feel like we could do some stripes. We have that one, and that one, and then I want to do like a little bit of a wave pattern in some spots. So we do like that. Something similar to like that. I think that works. And then maybe for good measure, we could put like a little bit of a ruffle on the inside. I'll have to see how that actually looks in practice. I feel like that might look stupid, but for now, that's my vision. And then, chat, do you have a preference between like the water droplet or the bubble for the end of the hat? I think they could both totally work, so it's just whatever you think. Your keyboard matches Popplio in a way. It totally does. It's blue. A nice, like, teal and dark blue. You like the droplet? Okay. We can go for the droplet then. The droplet matches his ears? Okay, we'll keep the droplet then. Sounds good. I actually got my keyboard because it's, like, Miku colored, but it's, I guess, also kind of Popplio colored, so it's perfect. It's perfect for today. Okay, so there's the hat. Don't really need much iteration on that. I like how it looks. Let's move the sketchbook over and we can work on the other stuff. The capelet we can do next. We'll kind of just work top down, and then I'll do like a nice little sketch of what the whole thing looks like. We're gonna keep these like rounded around the neck here. And there we go. I don't want it too long so it still looks like his little frill, but I think we'll do like a split kind of there. I can add some fun little buttons, and then we can make the buttons look like bubbles, so we kind of have like the best of both worlds. I don't know if we should pattern this or not. I don't think it needs a pattern, honestly. I think if we do too many patterns on too much of the stuff, we're kind of gonna lose some of the simplicity that the Pokemon has, and that's we're trying to not do that. It's supposed to resemble the Pokemon best I can. I would want people to be able to guess who it is. We got that little shape there. And then there, the button designs are gonna be like a little water bubble. Yeah, so that, I think maybe the only detail I do for this one is we could do like a little hemline like that. Nothing too crazy, but like still looks cute and detailed. I think that's good. I think I like that. One other thing I was looking at was this one had like the little bow tie on it. So I was wondering if instead of doing the upward facing collar, we maybe do like something a little more detailed like that. Let me just do a sketch and we can see how we feel about that. So instead of having the upright hem, we just have that little bit there. These are like maybe a little bit more distinct curves. Those are sitting up on the shoulders. We do the same hemline. Little bubbles. I don't know. Like I could do it with a bow. I feel like the bow might be too much. I think the bow might be too much. I'm gonna try it with the bow just because we don't know if we don't try. But I think the bow isn't very Popplio. I think that's the issue. But we can still pick between the two shapes. But yeah, I think the bow, while cute, doesn't really give Popplio as much. There. Those are our options. Okay, next we do the shirt. which, yeah. I think we are gonna go with the bell sleeves. I promise we will do arm warmers for another mon. They will come back. I do arm warmers all the time. So let's get like a little base for the body and design a shirt. That's getting cut off a little bit, but it's fine. I like the bell sleeves. Let's go. Thank you, Mercer. I think they're fun. I love a good dynamic sleeve shape. So basically all we know is we want it to be a little bit thinner up here, and then on the bottom of the arm it's gonna drop into a big sleeve. Like that. Like so. Very good. And then what did I say? I said I don't know if I want those running that direction though. We're gonna do some sort of design details. I just need to figure out what those are gonna be. So it'd be a very fluffy shirt. It's gonna be like tucked in at the waist here somehow. Not worried as much about this area because it's gonna be covered. Have like a pretty standard shirt theme there. Burr's really hitting us with the medieval core. Looks like he's going to the Ren Fair. So I think what I'm most worried about on this, because this is like underneath a bunch of other stuff, so its design doesn't matter quite as much, but I want to do some sort of white theme on the sleeve portion. I just don't know exactly how I want that to look yet. So we could do like a split like this. That makes the perspective look weird, but ignore that. Where it's kind of split into 3 different colors, and the emphasis is more on the different sections of color than it is on that white theme. So that's an option. I don't know if it's my favorite option, but it's an option. Let's just draw a few more sleeves until one of these looks good, shall we? We got that. I feel stuck on this. Let's look at some more of our Jester Core outfits and see if I can find any inspiration. This is crazy, the don't repin stuff on Pinterest. I have a pastime, by the way, chat. This is not important to today's stream. I'm just looking at the sleeve fabric on this. I have a pastime of scrolling into Pinterest comments and watching people beef over the stupidest shit. It's so fun. People argue for no goddamn reason on Pinterest. It's awesome. A lot of these things that I'm finding just have, like, interesting. Just have stripes or diamonds as the main pattern, and it's not really helping me. I like this patterning. It's from something. It looks like a cosplay, but sometimes we get lucky and we have stars, but it's almost always stripes. And I feel like I don't want to do stripes. But it's all stripes. It's all always stripes. Okay. I'm gonna take matters into my own hands. I feel like it's gonna be stitches with like beads on it, right? So we kind of follow the typical stripe pattern, but do a little bit more like that. And then we have like these little beads running up the seams that kind of look like little water droplets. I think that could be cool. I think that's a little bit more what I'm going for. And it brings more of like the bubble thing that Popplio has going on that I want to have in this design as well. And then we have a little frill on the end of the sleeve to kind of tie in the frill of the little capelet. Yeah. I think that's it. I think that's what I want. I'm feeling that a little bit more. We're gonna move on. And then, okay, I guess this is a corset. I didn't really think that hard about it, but a lot of these outfits do kind of use like a corset or something similar, like a tall ass belt, I don't know, to cinch the waist in. But I don't know if a corset feels right. But I don't know what else that could be is kind of the problem, I guess. I mean, we could have it be a ribbon, like a thick ribbon tied around the waist as like sort of a belt, a la like this drawing here. Let's see what that looks like. So there's kind of our body shape. I'm gonna draw a couple of them because I know I'm gonna experiment a little. I simply think that doing it as a corset is gonna not make it feel like Popplio. I think a ribbon could, because it'll be more like ruffles, right? But then we'd have to have like some sort of bow, some sort of evidence of it being tied. Which I guess we could make in like the flipper shape. If we wanted to, those would probably be a little more tucked. And then have that be kind of the thing that's cinching in the bodice a little bit. That could be cool. I kind of feel like that might work. Or alternatively, we can do like this little style of like kind of suspender seams, corset but not really a corset, with like I don't know, chat. I don't know about that one. I'm gonna leave those there for your consideration while I figure out the little pants. I feel like I'm somewhere with this, I just haven't landed yet, I guess. These, though. These I know what I'm doing. I draw so many little bloomer shorts. They make me incredibly happy. They're a very fun way to make a silhouette more dynamic, and of course we'll give them that little ruffle edge as well to keep it all very Popplio. Are we giving him tights? Do we feel like doing tights under the shorts? I feel like that is typically the way, but and we'll do like just that little white seam down the sides. I feel like I am gonna shy away from doing too much patterning because Popplio does not have very much patterning. It's very simple. So I think if I stick with solid colors, it'll just look more Popplio-like inherently. Yeah. I think that's cute. I think I like that. And then we just have this like little cinch bit here that I don't know what I'm doing for yet. I don't know, man. I'm still stuck on that. I don't know what I want it to be. Tights we could take or leave. It doesn't really matter. I'm tempted to keep his legs out so it looks like the slightest bit beachy. Otherwise, we just do like a polka dot pattern. And then shoes. Shoes are the only other thing I need to do. And I mean, I said we'd do something a little bit bulkier for the shoes. That remains. I feel like it'll look really weird if we don't have something big on the bottom to contrast all the big on the top. Let's see, can I see the shoes for any of these? Oftentimes heels, it looks like. They love that little, like, pointy toe thing. Or just, like, a lot of them use, like, Mary Jane heels as well. I don't think I want to do that. But then at the same time, it's like, this is a water Pokemon. Can I still make it feel beachy, so... I don't know, boots don't necessarily feel right either. I feel like sandals are gonna look super out of place. What about this? Bear with me here. What if we do sandals? We do like platform sandals. It can have a strap here so I can put like the little pom-pom on the toe. Very whimsical, very fun. And that's the sandal design. I was gonna put leg warmers over it, but I'm thinking if this works on its own, because that already I think might be what I'm looking for. I mean, just for shits and giggles, I'll throw the leg warmer on this design. I don't know if we'll keep the leg warmer, but it looks cute, so it's here for now. Yeah, that'll do. I wonder if it kind of covers too much. Because the sandal design was like kind of fun and interesting, and it feels like bulky enough that it might still work with everything else. I don't know if I do socks and sandals. I kind of like don't want to have to draw feet, so I might, but yeah, that's kind of where we're landed. It looks pretty good. I think I might go with the ribbon for the belt thing. I think that is the better suited one for Popplio. I almost wonder if I could do the ribbon and then we have like a bunch of these little ties around the bottom. So we have more bubbles, kind of. And then that might make it feel a little bit more finished. I think that's where we're at. I think that's where I'm landing with that. And then all I need to do is figure out what this guy's face looks like. Face and hair, I guess. Let's draw him. Let's draw his little face. We're gonna keep it nice and round, because Popplio. I guess a lot of my guys are gonna have nice round faces, because that's just how Pokemon designs a lot of their characters, but... There's his little ear. I probably won't do any earrings or piercings or anything like that, just because we've already got some other danglies around his face. I'll keep the nose nice and round. Yeah, there we go. Similar face treatment to Popplio. I know Popplio has little whiskers. I'm probably gonna give our dude little freckles. I am making him look like a very young character. I'll fix the proportions and stuff later. He very much looks like he walked straight out of a comic book. Popplio Council, does this feel right? I'm gonna try and figure out his hair while you guys tell me if his face feels right or not. I don't want it to get in the way of the hat. The hat feels more important than the hair. Here. I don't know, we could just do some like little beachy waves. We won't be seeing much of this. But I'll do like a little curl peeking out of his jester hat. Yeah, something like... I don't know. The hair doesn't feel too important, so I'm not super bothered by it here. I like how in my intro I was talking all about like, oh yeah, the hair is gonna be important. Not to this design, it's not. Doesn't matter here. There. Something like that is, I think, gonna be our starting point. I'm probably gonna mess with the face a little bit more when I do the digital version of this, which we are going to start right away. But I think as a basis, this is good. I think that's pretty Popplio. Little jester, little clown boy. So I gotta set up my drawing tablet now. This is the one kind of weird part of this process is just there's a decent amount of back and forthing. There's my button. Just a little bit of having to move a lot of stuff around to get to where we need to be, but we're making it work. For the love of the game, for the love of Pokemon. So just bear with me here while I get my drawing tablet set up and we begin our digital drawing of Popplio. I'm actually going to just flip myself to the Be Right Back screen for a minute so I can do this uninterrupted. And I will see you guys shortly. Okay, hello gang, I'm back. I'm just gonna get a little bit more stuff set up on my drawing tablet, but I figured I wouldn't leave you in silence while I did it. I apparently need to re-download some more of my custom brushes and stuff. This is always a problem for me because I work across a few different devices with Clip Studio. So I can never remember what brushes I have installed on what device, and it can get a little annoying. That's fine though. It doesn't actually take that long to fix. Where is my mouse? I have lost my mouse. There we go. Are you gonna make me log back in, or are you gonna be nice? I don't know. We'll see. There are so many good ones. I don't know which ones to use. I have a bunch downloaded. But I think there are two that I'm focused on getting today. It's a specific pencil brush that I use for like sketching and rendering. And then a couple of pens that I use. And I don't really need to worry about much of the other stuff that I use. Hopefully. Okay. Should feel good there. Very nice. And then... Okay, good stuff. We're all set. Thank you for the posture check, Toes. I should probably sit up straight. You are correct. And to hydrate. I should also drink my water. You're definitely correct. Let me hop back down here real quick. Okay, water time. You guys better also drink your water. Cheers. Oh, the Popplio is over my, my alerts. Whoops. I guess I didn't really check my, layering when I put that on. There we go. That's better. Thank you for the reminders. I have some pictures here of some lovely doll boxes. Mostly just so we could look at posing. Posing in doll boxes is actually really simple. Because obviously they're fashion dolls, there's only like so far they can pose. But typically they've got like a little something going on, right? They're doing a little pose. Showing off a bit of their personality. Obviously, we are not constrained to doing just whatever poses they're able to do in the box. We have a little bit more of a capability to do whatever the fuck we want, which is nice and helpful. So we get to be a little bit more free with it. I have Gatorade, does that count? Sure, that can count. I'll allow it. Nope, that's just my hot bar, you don't need to see that. Yeah, I guess that'll work. Gonna be slightly cut off, but that's fine. I do have some Monster High dolls here I can use to practice posing for the fashion doll stuff. See how far they can pose, which I think I will do. I think that could be helpful. Just pretend that you see it, because obviously I have my webcam off now. But we want to do... Uh-oh. My phone died. Well, that's not helpful. I'm gonna have to let that... Excuse me, I told you to turn off. We're just gonna hide VTube Studio for a little bit here. I am going to go plug this into a faster charging cord, and hopefully within like half an hour or something we can get it up and moving again a little bit better. Yeah. I should have made sure it was fully charged beforehand. I'm sorry. I will be right back, chat. I'm gonna go plug this in. I guess my... I completely forgot that my model had died. Or my phone had died. So, we're gonna do a little bit of a workaround for my phone being dead. Basically, I'm just gonna go take my lunch break now while it charges. And yeah, hopefully by the time I'm back from my lunch break, my phone will have plenty of juice and then I don't have to be VTuberless. I should probably eat some food anyway, so I guess it's kind of just forcing me to go do that now. Yeah, that's gonna be the call, I think. Apologies for the impromptu break time, but you know, if you need a snack or some lunch or dinner or whatever time it is for you, now would be a good time, because that's what I'm gonna go do. I will go have my lunch break, and hopefully I will be able to return with a charged phone, and we'll be able to get back on with your usually scheduled programming. So, I'm gonna go take a lunch break. I will see you guys in a little bit. Okay, hello gang. I'm back, like, for real this time. Let me fix my pin messages to be the playlist again, and then we can get back to drawing. Hope you guys all had a good impromptu break. Okay, now it feels chilly here, and I feel like I need a blanket again. I had to take it off earlier because I was getting too warm, but we're right back to just being cold. Alright. Hello, Toes. Welcome back. Oh, and now I'm hidden on this screen. Okay. Here's my button. Where am I? Where's me? There it is. Okay. Good. And I can turn this back on also. Alright, there we go. We're all set up. Now we can finally do our Popplio drawing. We lost Muffins to the void. No, I'm here, I'm here! I've clawed my way out of the void, it's fine! Alright. Shall we begin? So, like I said, I've got a little Monster High doll here to help me think of posing for a fashion doll. Obviously I have my sketchbook with all the designs that we did for Popplio. I almost, like, damn near forgot the Pokemon's name of what we were designing, but I'm thinking I want, like, kind of a playful pose. Here, I do also have... Where are they? We go in here. We have the 3D models. The lovely 3D models that Clip Studio comes pre-installed with. Has a bunch of preset ones. I typically just pose my own, but see if I can find it. Those are all... Where are the body ones? There they are. I found them. So yeah, we can pose these. I'm using the female one because it's a little less muscular. And this is supposed to be a child, so we're gonna go for the smaller figure. I think you can download ones, like, kid and teen ones, but I don't want to do that right now. And I'm just gonna be going through really quick and posing this, so I can interpret the pose from that. Let's pose a figure together. Where's my mouse? I keep getting it, like, stuck on my drawing tablet and whatever. Okay. So, My phone has a little more power on it. It's on a charger that'll hopefully charge it a little faster, but VTube Studio is kind of really demanding of power. It like eats power. So we'll see. We'll get our best to we'll do our best to get this to work. Saucy did say that I could steal his phone for tracking if I absolutely needed to. So we'll, I guess, just keep that in mind as we do this. For now, let's just do a little bit of a pose. So I'm thinking, oh, that's not what I wanted it to do. I'm thinking we'll do like a little bit of a wider stance. I want him to look kind of playful. I think this will probably be like a younger teenager kind of age character is what I think we'll be doing for like the starter evolutions. Oh, I can lean it all the way back. I'm not as used to the Clip Studio figures. So please bear with me as I figure these out. We might get some interesting poses. No, I do want the legs forward, I think. So that I can bend the body at an angle a little bit. Oh. Well, that's not what I wanted it to do. Go back. Did not realize you could do this! Do that with the, let's... reinstate your spine a little bit there. Whoops. My bad. How do I, like, actually lean you forward? Without just, like, completely obliterating your spine. That arch, though, yeah. Not the type of drawing we're trying to do today, I'll put it like that. Okay, now it looks like it's about to start Naruto running. That's fine. I don't know if this is turning out the way I wanted it to, gang. I need the feet a little bit more, like, flat on the ground here. I think this is the most locked in I've ever been on something in stream. I'm like, we are going to make this posing model work for us. Come hell or high water, this thing is going to function the way I want it to. Do I need to do, like, pose the neck to get it to look up more? Oh. Well, that's not what I wanted. These models do some weird things, I'm noticing. Let's tilt your head a little bit. Okay, where do we want your hand to go? We can curve that up. Back. Whoa, okay, that's weird to pose. I'm gonna curve the way I want you to. Just gonna keep wiggling that shoulder around until it goes where I want it to. We're getting there. I think like a subtle hand on the hip pose could be cute. If I can get this to function the way I would like it to. Well, no. 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 Yeah, it's inside the hip. That's probably as close as we're getting, man. Yeah, I'll work on the hand pose later. I think they actually do have new hand pose models. I just haven't really played with them much yet. But that's like getting close to what I was thinking. There we go. That's like a warm, friendly greeting pose. We've gotten it to where I want. Okay, to make things easy on myself today, I am gonna draw over the model, I think. I don't always do this, but in interest of knowing how many Pokemon I have to do, we're gonna draw over the model today. I got this brush, the SU Cream Pencil. This is my new thing. I love this brush so much. It's so nice. So we're gonna be using it today a lot to do our sketches and such. And I think that will be lovely and helpful for me specifically. Alright. Got my sketchbook beside me with my Popplio. The pose even kind of looks like Popplio. That's perfect. I like it. Okay, let's get started. Let's sketch. So chat, I recently bought something new. I bought actually a lot of new stuff recently, but excitingly, very recently, I bought my very first GamerSupps waifu cup. It's on pre-order, so it's not going to be here for like a few more months, but I'm very excited. I've been wanting one for a while, but they haven't collabed with any VTubers I was like really gung-ho about getting a cup for. But recently, very recently, Giwi, my Oshi, my streamer Oshi, finally got herself a waifu cup, so I pre-ordered it, and I'm very excited about it. It looks very good. So whenever that comes, that's gonna be like my new water cup for when I'm streaming. 'Cause I think that having a fun cup is a very helpful way to get yourself to drink more water. It is for me, at least. Yes, I will have a muse of a GamerSupps cup. I think I've talked about this on stream before, but I'm gonna bring it up again. That I think that it would be so cool to get a waifu cup made of myself. That's like one of the more out there goals of mine is like I want to be on a waifu cup. I'll have made it if I get to be on a waifu cup. So, you know, support the channel, like and subscribe so I can be on a waifu cup. Anyway. I haven't decided if they're gonna be wearing socks or not. I feel like if we're gonna do the sandals, I'm not gonna do socks and sandals. I'm not gonna make the people mad, so we will actually have to draw toes. Yay. Just for you, toes. We'll actually get to draw some toes. I Okay, there we go. And now we can hide the model. Kinda got the base, and I'll work off of that. Awooga, yeah, indeed, Kaz. Also, hello, how are you? Welcome to stream. What's up, my homies? How are y'all? I am still recovering from my sickness, but I'm like almost 100%. Thanks for the posture check. Let me sit up a little straighter, and the hydrate reminder. We are designing Pokemon as fashion dolls. Oh damn, bless ya. I'm like mostly better, but I appreciate it. It's just like a little bit of that leftover congestion, you know? You know, for like a week after you have a cold when you're still like, you're not really sick, but you're still just like a little bit sickly feeling. That's where I'm at. Okay. That's pretty good for the base. Obviously the feet are gonna have to get more detailed. Let's see if there's a foot 3D model. Against my better judgment. Let's look. Foot. It says no. I'm just gonna have to look at this one. Let me... Oh, nope, that's not what I meant to do. I'm trying to study the foot, I don't just want to trace it. There, yeah, we'll put it there. That'll help, I think, probably. Trying to actually make the feet look good for the sandals, for the sake of making the sandals look nice. Do that. Base of the foot is back there. And then the toes are like here. There. That's as detailed as we're doing. I can't stare at a foot for much longer than that. Definitely not my favorite thing to draw. I think feet are just weird to draw because it's already such like a weird looking part of anatomy. And then you draw it, it's like, am I doing that right? Or do feet just generally look weird? I can't tell. Okay, there we go. And then I guess we're just figuring out what the face looks like next, which I might also bring up a head reference for. We're gonna make good use of references this time, just because there's a lot that I have to do. There were a ton of different ones. We'll go for the anime head. Oh, that's huge. Wow. Hello. Let's zoom out a little, maybe? Where do I scale you? Can you be any smaller? There we go. Okay. We can do that. Oh, and then I can also... I need to change the perspective to match as well. We go up there. I guess there's not as much I can do. I can kind of just like rotate to see like the different angles and like lighting situations, but that should help. I'm not following it one for one, but I want to have a little reference there. And the drawing models on Clip Studio are very helpful. Okay. I think the anime style face will work well for making this a younger character. I still haven't decided what his hair looks like, by the way. It's all, like, mostly hidden under the silly little jester hat we're giving him, so, it hasn't received much thought. We're making this round. And, yeah, you know what? This doll just has, like, an open mouth mold. That's just how it is. Yeah, there we go. There's face. That's a start. We gotta do hair and then clothes and all of that next. Let's detail his face. He looks a little scary, being all dead-eyed like this. Welcome back, Destiny. How are you? Popplio is coming along. I think we'll stick with, like, those nice wide, tall eyes. Ooh, I want to do, like, rounded lower lashes. I won't worry as much about upper lashes. I'm kind of leaning into a little more androgyny for this character, I guess. Wouldn't you know it, I always lean towards androgyny when I can. I don't think I want, like, the super thin brows. I want them to be like that. All round and bubbly. I haven't decided which way they're looking yet. There we go. Keep the rounded brows. I think maybe we go up, looking up with the eyes. There. That's kind of cute and mischievous, but without making them look like evil. There we go. Okay. Oh, that was the zoom in button. Let's give them their outfit. Okay, jester hat time. Time to draw a jester hat. Let's go back to my Pinterest so I have the reference. I'm really happy with how this is coming along. I knew I wanted to do, like, a little more research based than I did with the Sanrio series. That's no diss on the Sanrio series, by the way. Just kind of a change in methodologies for how I do them. But I was worried that it was gonna take me, like, absolutely forever. And it definitely does take me longer to do one design, but I don't know, I'm liking it, and it's really not too bad. You ignore the impromptu break I had to take to go charge my phone. Just that. And then we must block in the big shapey shapes back. I'm glad that I had your suggestions, chat, because I probably wouldn't have thought of doing Jester Core without it, but I think it does really suit him. Thanks for the hydrate reminder, Kaz! Here's my water bottle. It's water time. Add some texture to the side of that. And then we'll do the little droplet shape ends. Look like ears. Very cute. Might make his ears a little smaller. I'm gonna come back and texture this hat a little bit more later. What I do for jester hats is the cat ear method. Like you draw like that. I've never heard of this method. I don't draw jester hats ever. Please share your ways, Destiny. Alright, I'm gonna get started on the rest of the clothing. We'll do the little blouse situation first. Little waistband thingy. And then little shorts. I think I need to get myself a pair of these little shorts. They're so funky and fun. I don't know where I'd wear them or what I'd put them with. My style really does not support the little jester shorts, but I think they're cute. Your jester hat is lovely though. Well, thank you. Just push the shape a little bit more to the bottom, make them fall a little more naturally. So, and then I'm gonna add like some fabric bunches kind of down here if it's like a big flowy shirt. I'll push the seam down the shoulder a little bit, I think. Okay. Good. Good so far. And then sleeves. We're doing the big bell sleeve. These will have many a fold on them because they're going to be all big and puffy. Very good. And this one is where we're really going to get to show that off. Big puffy shape. Cute. Definitely do need to give him his hair. He looks very bald right now. And it's not sitting right with me, but so far so good. Oh, and I can't forget about his little capelet. I don't know, I think this is gonna look too stuffy if I do the upward folds. So we'll just stick with this kind of deal. Or maybe if I just did it, like, really small. Because I think it also feels wrong not having anything up there. We have that little line down the cape. I want to just make this fabric a little bit thicker so it comes off of the body a little bit more so it doesn't look so flat. I want it to look nice and full. And then we have little buttons there, very cute. He is a little jester and I love him. Very cute. Alright, let's revisit the feet. I do think I like the platform sandals idea. I don't know if I'm gonna do the leg warmers over them. They are cute, but I don't want to lose too much of, like, the actual sandalness of the sandal. We can try both and just see how they look in practice with the rest of the outfit. But we have big pom-poms on the front, like Tinkerbell style. And then the back of the sandals and like this sort of strap back. Okay. So that's those. That's how they look. No, you know what? I think the leg warmers might have to happen. I think it still feels a little too plain down here. I won't let them overpower, but they're gonna be present. Yeah, the leg warmers had to happen. They're cute. Okay, and then just like the little details that I've got to try not to forget now. So we're doing those. I said with the belt we were gonna have like some more of the little water droplets kind of hang down and flourish. We have these kind of beaded seams along the side of the shorts and along the seams of the sleeves. Good. I think we're gonna leave the hat plain. I did draw some stripes and stuff on it, but I don't think it actually needs it. And now I just have to do hair. Definitely the little bit of hair up front. I think we'll do just like some curly hair out the back. Very good. This character ended up looking way younger than I was going for, but it's fine. Maybe he just has a baby face. Very cute. There's our guy! There's our design! He looks really good. And now we just get to clean up all of this and render him. Line art and rendering. I'm really happy with that though, it looks good. I can hide, if I can find my mouse, I can hide my research panel. Yeah! I agree. Looks amazing, thank you so much. I'm really happy with him. I was really worried about this series, because I definitely had some ones here where it's like, I don't know how I am ever going to make that look good. But this is like a good confidence booster. Like, I can do it. It's looking great. Okay, so I have a couple ones here that I want to use. I have this one, which I think is a little bit more like textured and disappearing. I want to use this one for details, I think. And then I have this one, which is just like a cartoon, like graphic pen I got. Do I want to do it the other way around? Because that one might be too scratchy for this. It is very pressure-based, but I kind of really like that pen. Let's try this one. I've been messing around with so many new pens and stuff for my digital art lately. I'm really not sure what I'm gonna land on. I don't know. Do I want to do the whole drawing like that? Maybe we do the other one. I don't know, chat. This one does have like a really graphic quality that I like about it, so maybe we do stick with my original instinct. This feels so pixely. I'm gonna make my sketch a little bit bigger, I think. I think that's part of my issue. There we go. Now I'm making a little more of my canvas. And I think that should work. Because I do like the way this draws. It just feels a little pixely at like a super small scale. Or do I use a different pen still? That one definitely, I think, is only gonna work for details. don't know. This is where I've been struggling, gang. I could use the felt pen. The felt pen feels pretty nice. Too many options. The felt pen I would have to use at a pretty small scale. But it looks pretty good. I just can never decide if I want like a textured pen or if I want like something a little bit more consistent and clean for my line art. That's textured pen. Oh. I kind of almost do want to use this one because it allows me to like do layers in places where I want to emphasize the line work. Alright, that was a lot of playing around to go right back to where we started, but... I feel like this is gonna get me closest to the look I want. Which is important, you know? Am I recording? Better make sure I'm recording my time-lapse. Nope. Okay, there we go. At least we'll get the line art in there and, you know, at least I record the actual OBS screen. That helps. Yeah, because then it allows me to kind of go back over important parts and really thicken up the line art where those parts are. Which I think looks good. Try and put a little more of the focus on the line art. I like doing good line art. This is also always the part where I get really quiet because I get super focused on my line work. Again, I'm going to continue looking at the Monster High doll I have here just to reference a little bit of what these features look like on dolls. I think the line art portion of the stream is always like peak chill out time. Little talking, nice music. Hopefully satisfying to watch me do my line art. So I'll take a deep breath and line art together. I think I'll definitely render his nose as like extra blushed so it's nice and pink. Ads are starting right away, by the way, and I am just gonna take a quick little break while they run. Pretty nice. I'm nervous to render the face. I always get worried about it. Okay. Okay, looks like ads are rolling, so I'm gonna take my quick little break now. I will see you guys in, like, literally just a minute here. I'll be right back. Alright, hello gang, I'm back. Where's my pen? I don't know where my tablet pen went. No, I need that! Probably just on the floor or something. Don't panic. God, I don't know where I put it. Chad, I don't know where my pen is. That's not good. It's always just in somewhere dumb. I always just set it somewhere stupid. Is it under my tablet? It's not under my tablet. There it is. Okay, I found it. I found it. Whew. Just in time for the ad break to finish. I guess I still have 30 seconds even. Alright, let's get back to the chill line arting that you know and love. I think I'm just gonna copy and paste and flip the eye so that I don't have to do too much panicking about making them match. Flip horizontal. I'm at about the same plane. I'm gonna turn it in a little more. I'm gonna move this brow in just a little bit. Look a little better with the angle of the face. And then this, I think we're just gonna do a little bit of a free transform and squish it in a little bit because the face is at a slight angle. There we go, that looks a little better. Go back here. And then I think I want to round the mouth a little bit more. I think doing like this sort of shape for an open mouth feels a little bit more like how they'd actually sculpt it on a doll. At least the small handful of dolls I have seen that have open mouth sculpts do them a little bit more like this. They don't do open mouth sculpts very often. I'll be leaving in around 43 minutes or so for the premiere. I hope that's okay. No, you're never allowed to leave. You're trapped here forever. I'm kidding. Go watch the premiere. Don't worry about it, Destiny. I hope it is good. I hope it is everything you hoped it is. And I'll catch up with it eventually. Oh god, I'm so nervous. I'm sure it'll be good. The story has been really good so far. It's highly anticipated. I'm sure they will do a good job with it. I have faith in this writing team, Destiny. I think it'll be okay. I agree with Kaz. Good luck, homie. The eyes look a little bit, like, boring. That doesn't feel right. I think they need to be looking to the side a little bit more. To feel properly, like, engaged and excited. In 50 minutes it'll start, but I need to set up. Makes sense. Gotta get yourself, like, a snack. Maybe, like, a stuffed animal to hold on to for dear life when things get crazy. Kind of doing a little royal wave, but I love that for him. That's awesome. I'll be holding one of my digital circus plushies one of my best friends gave me. That's so cute! It's perfect! Chad, I only have a few more weeks of classes left. I'm so ready to be done. I have so many good ideas for whenever summer rolls around, for when I'm free and get more time to do stuff, but Saucy came up with a very good idea, which she suggested to me recently. It's like, oh, what if you did like a series of streams where you taught me to draw? It's like, oh, that could actually be really cool. It got me thinking. It got my brain churning, because I've been wanting to do like a bit of an art workshop sort of idea. That, you know, it's really for me so that I can work on my art skills and get better. But, you know, if we can have that like helpful side effect of other people also being able to learn along and improve their skills, I think it would be super cool. So I'm toying around with the idea of doing like a little communal art workshop come summer, and I think it'll be super fun. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I've already cried from Digital Circus. This one also might make me cry. I mean, I think if media can make you cry, that's just a sign that it's a good, like, moving piece of media. Unless it's crying out of frustration, then that's not good, but... Do I love to learn more? Yeah! I think it'd be cool. I think, like, by teaching other people what I know, I can also revisit and fine-tune my skills. And I think altogether it could just be, like, a fun time. I don't know, I'm not gonna go out there pretending to be, like, the god of all art. Like, my methods are flawless and cannot be wrong, but it's more just an opportunity to share, like, kind of what I know, what I've learned, and also refresh what I know and what I've learned in my brain so that I can be even better. I've been struggling a little bit lately with, like, how I feel about my art style. Because I'm like, there's some stuff I really love, but I feel like just half the time I can't get it to look right. And that's just getting really frustrating, so... When it doesn't feel right, practice. And I think this will be a fun way to practice that'll also hopefully be engaging for you guys as well. We can all work on our stuff together. And then I was thinking maybe we do, like, a weekly art challenge or something to go with the Learning to Draw series. I think that could be super cool. Like me giving you homework. Alright, chat, your homework for next stream is this. Please email me if you need an extension. I'm kidding, it wouldn't be like that. It would be optional, but... Can you imagine if you had to do homework for streams? Like, I wrap up stream, I'm like, alright guys, required reading for next stream is, I don't know, the history of the Pokemon games. I expect you all to know, because there will be a quiz. Go study up. You'll find a PDF of the assigned reading on the Discord. I expect everyone to do it. No excuses. The highly academic setting, you better take me seriously. Okay, your homework is to draw. Send your work in my Discord by next week. Exactly, you get it. Definitely not just a ploy to make the Discord extra active. I have to say extra active because the Discord is already pretty active, but... I gotta remember to send more stuff in the Discord. I want to start, like, doing random, like, weekly check-in stuff, and then I always forget that I want to do it. I get distracted with other things. Okay, do the little buttons that look like little bubbles. Bubble. We're gonna hold off on doing those for now. I have something I'm gonna do with them. But I'm gonna just finish my basic line art first. I definitely need to do more fabric and, like, drapery studies, because I'm not very good at it. I've been trying to get better at doing, like, folds and wrinkles and stuff in my drawings. I've certainly seen some improvement, but man, you really just gotta study drapery, and I don't do it because I don't like doing it, but it is important. Drapery studies are boring. I don't want to just have to stare at a piece of fabric. But unfortunately, I happen to love the way that folds and wrinkles look in my drawings, so... Unfortunately, if I want them to look good, I must study. I left my little court jester Popplio. I think he's very cute. We're killing it, chat. We're doing great. We're such good designers. I think Mattel should hire us. Do like more wrinkling down there, and then there will be some at the sleeve because it's all like kind of cinched in. That's where like having the light lines are very helpful. That's looking pretty good. What do I do? A little bit more in the way of folds. Oh, no. Set that back to black, please. Ooh, I don't have my auto line color thing downloaded on here. I have this really cool auto action for Eclipse Studio Paint where you can run it and it just literally pulls the colors from your shading and like base color. And uses them to create like a slightly darker version of those colors that it flips to the line art layer. It's super cool. I'll probably re-download it because I do use it a lot, and I'll show you guys. But I've been getting a lot of use out of that one lately. It's very helpful. My fellow Vocaloid fans out there, have you guys seen the new Miku art for the new version of the software? It looks fantastic. I really like it. I'm very excited about it. I'm probably also gonna make a little rant video about the AI accusations of it all, because that was really upsetting for me. It made me feel really sad. Basically, the rundown, if you guys have not been following this, so the art for the newest, like, it's like basically the cover art for the newest version of the Miku software, released, and a bunch of people were accusing it of being AI. I should clarify right off the bat, it was not AI. However, it did get accused of being such. And the reason it got accused of being stuff can be widely contributed to the fact that the artist that drew it has had a whole bunch of their art fed into AI. So their art style is almost kind of... It's mistakable for AI now because so many of their art has been fed into AI. And that was, like, specifically really sad for me. That hurt me, personally. Where I'm like, it's gotten so bad that, like, now this poor person's art has been, like, recycled through AI so much that people don't believe that their actual art is genuine anymore. And that hurt me. That made me feel really upset, and it still is making me feel really upset, hence why I might make a little video sharing my upset about it. It's just sad. It's just really sad. Anyway, new Miku good. It looks really pretty, and I like it a lot. And God, we gotta get rid of AI as soon as we can, man. This stuff's... I can't deal with this anymore. I'm gonna start punching some computers. And some CEOs, probably. Thanks for the posture tech, Kaz. I was in fact slouching. Good stretch. The angrier I get, the more I slouch into a little ball. The only AI I like is Kane from the Amazing Visual Circus Real. The only good AI is fictional AI. And I mean, typically they're evil in fiction anyway. Oh, and to hydrate. I shall also hydrate. Thank you. There are so many, like, works of fiction about AI just, like, going evil and crazy and destroying everything. It's like, why don't we listen to them? Only good. Al and Weird Al Yankovic, yeah. Real talk, Kaz. Very nice. I'll add these, like, little loopies to the bottom here so it makes sense how they're connecting to the belt. He does in fact need lots of little extra bubbly bits. Wouldn't be Popplio without them. I am glad that we did Popplio first. It all worked out. He's, like, I think, clear-cut enough of a design that I didn't have to freak out too much about figuring out how to humanize him. But, like, still enough of a challenge that it's making me feel confident. It's like, oh, I can do this. This isn't too bad. I'm a character designer, for fuck's sake. Of course I can do it. It's like my thing. One thing I am very excited for as well, for once I have a little bit more work time, is to do some more VTuber stuff. Yippee! VTubers wahoo! One, I'm gonna do my summertime outfit for this model, which I'm very excited for. I did post, I posted some silhouettes of that in the Discord if you guys haven't seen them yet. Some potential looks for my festival outfit. And then also, in addition to that, I haven't forgotten that I said I was doing this. This is still on the brain. Is doing a pre-made model that people may purchase to use. Also gonna get on that this summer. I'm not sure how long that one will take, but I'm gonna start work on it. I gotta start designing the thing. Very exciting. Lots of exciting stuff. I love doing VTuber work, so my brain's kind of like feeling a little strange without some VTuber-y stuff to do. I'm like, what are we doing? I feel lost. I haven't touched live 2D in so long. It's only really been like a month, but yeah, that's looking pretty good. Just make sure the pants actually have like a little waistband of some sort, even if it's just implied. Zoom out. Gotta zoom out every now and again to see how you're doing. Get rid of the little extra marks. I think it's looking pretty good. I'm happy with it. Let me do the other sleeve before we get down to the legs and such. I'd also do the cuff on the sleeve. Okay, let's do this. I am liking this pen. It's definitely growing on me. Takes a little bit of getting used to, but it's nice. I like it. I wasn't sure what I was gonna do this Sunday for stream, but I'm thinking we might just do more of this. Might just design some more Pokemon and then maybe also pay a visit to the Minecraft server for a little bit because I want to keep working on my tree. Could do both. Could do a long stream. I think the more and more I've been streaming lately, the more I've had the urge to just do long streams. I've got the stamina for them at this point, so like, why not? If I only get to stream 1 or 2 days a week, let's make them worthwhile. There we go. Not my favorite hand, but also not my worst hand, so it can stay like that, that's fine. We'll leave that be. Alright, let's do the legs, and then we can start adding colors. I think the Popplio vision will really come together when we add some colors. It's gonna be a lot of blue, I'll tell you that. Okay. Very good. Do the other leg while we're here. taking longer than the Sanrio design so far, but I think I'm also putting a little more detail into it than I do those ones. Again, none of this is a diss of the Sanrio dolls. It's just a difference in process between the two. Okay, and now on to the feet. I'm a little bit worried about this part. Feet are always a struggle area for me. So we've got a good foundation. So hopefully we should be able to make the line good too. Make the ball like a little bit fluffy so it looks like a pom-pom. Very nice. Okay. Add that nice little leg warmer covering on top. Thank you for the hydrate reminder, Kaz. Let me finish up this leg warmer and then I will have some water. Should add another, like, reminder toggle for doing wrist stretches, because I need to do more wrist stretches, too. Okay. I'm gonna stretch my arm and my wrists and have some water. All in one, all for the price of one hydrate, Kaz. Alright, and the water. Cheers. Do the redeem and make it 50 blueberries and it'll be peak. I probably will add it for next stream, Kaz. I think it's a really good idea. Okay, let's not do that on stream. Well, I should actually save my work, but I don't want it, like, to pop up on stream. Okay, it's gonna do that anyway. Let's just take it off that browser. There we go. That's another thing I forget to do often is save my work. And that's not good. Yeah, but I'll add actually probably a save reminder for, like, very little blueberries as well, and also do your wrist stretches reminder. I think all combined, that'll be good. All things I need reminded of. Great. I can't draw feet and toes and shit very well. They're not really something I ever practice. I'm like, I don't give them dogs all the detail. Thanks, Toes. You would say that. Toes and feet are not exactly something I practice very often because I don't particularly enjoy looking at feet. So, I don't do very much practice. Just give the dogs the best you can offer. That's what I'm trying to do, Kaz. Really gonna give it my all. Do my best for the feet. gasps. I'm so sorry, Toads. I know that's probably like blasphemy to you. I'm actually kind of shocked that these, like, stupid, goofy-ass platform sandals work with the design of the rest of this outfit, but they just do, and I'm very pleased about that. Is that a dog emote for the dogs, Toast? Is that what I'm seeing right now? Okay, let's add in our other pom-pom. No, it's a lawn cat, best I could do. It's okay, I read it as a dog, so it works. Close enough. Okay, one more dog to go. There we go. Good enough. Should make the sole of the shoe actually look like it's the proper size for this foot. There we go, looking nice. I will wear it like a badge of honor that I got those platform sandals to work with a jester outfit. I think that's awesome. Okay, are you guys ready? This part always scares me. We're gonna hide the sketch layer. That didn't do anything. Try again. Okay, it looks good. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm just gonna fill out this sleeve a little bit more. That's always like the scariest part for me. It's like, what if it looks like shit without the sketch? Just gonna thin out that line a little bit more, I think. There we go. Looks a little better there. There's our boy. And now we just gotta do colors. Colors are gonna be the big things. I guess I forgot to sketch in the seams and stuff, but we're gonna do that now for like detailing. So it's all good. Add in pupils. Beautiful. I'll do some detail in the hair. Good. Okay, the hat looks good. Do a little bit more of texturing through the hair. Cute. Okay. I got all my wrinkles and stuff on the fabrics. We're gonna do some seams now. I'm gonna do this one like a little running stitch along the little capelet here. Very good, very cute. Okay, and then I just need to do the seams on the sleeve and on the pants. Which are gonna be like kind of open like this. I don't know, I'm okay with keeping these a little messy. And then we can just see like a glimpse of another one kind of on the backside here. And I'll put beads on those, but I think I'm gonna do that later. I might do it at the end. I don't know, man. And then there'd be one kind of on the underside. Very good. Looks cute. Okay, and now for the pants. Good. Okay. And there we go. That looks pretty good. So now it is time for coloring. Yippee! I think he looks like Popplio. I think that works. Merge those back together, make a new layer for color. And he's gonna be mostly dark blue, but obviously gonna have to have some other colors going on. Let's pick like a nice dark blue to kind of match Popplio first. I like the oil paint brush for shading and stuff, but I also have been using the hell out of this cream pencil brush. Both very nice brushes, but I think this is a good Popplio-esque blue we can use for a lot of the outfit. For sure I want it for his little... I don't have refer to other layers on, do I? I want to use it for his little hat. Very good, very nice. His capelet needs to be the lighter blue, I think. We can make this dark blue, I think. Like, that looks okay. We're gonna have to probably play around. I might end up changing colors as I see fit, but it's good, I think, to just lay down colors and figure it out. So all of these little accents are gonna be in the lighter blue, I think. Let's select it now. And look like these. I don't know what color I'm gonna make the shoes. I might make them like... I feel like we need a little bit of the pink from his nose, so I might do like a kind of reddy brown. I'm gonna get somewhere near that color. I don't know. But I think then the thing is we have to be able to incorporate that color somewhere else in the design as well. And I don't know where I want it. Like, it definitely feels correct, but... Maybe something like that? Maybe if I soften it a little bit? Yeah? Yeah, maybe? I would make it more pinky, though. I think it needs to be a little more pink. I feel like that's too pink. We're gonna wiggle the color slider around until this looks right. I think somewhere in there is probably okay. Like, I don't want it to be too overtly pink, but it still needs to have some pink to it, you know what I mean? I see the hype about Destiny. I am glad you're excited. I am nervous because color is often the hardest part for me, but at least Pokemon's like giving me a little template to work off of, you know? I think we're gonna do like a really soft, like, actually, maybe we don't even do it in cream. Maybe we do, like, just, like, the tiniest bit of purple in the white. No, maybe we do. Maybe we do it cream. I think it'll look better with the blue. It makes him, like, kind of complementary colored. It's a good color palette. Okay. That's kind of the colors. I think we'll keep them. We'll make them like platinum blonde, I think, to kind of tie into the yellow that I put everywhere else, but keep it light, kind of almost white. Very good. And then... trying to pick a good skin tone is always hard. That is too orange. Hold on. Hold on just a minute, chat. I'm just gonna hop over here while I do this because I'm gonna open something, but I don't want to, like, accidentally show off a bunch of random stuff from my desktop. I would prefer to not do that. There we go. Okay. Behold the skin tone color picker. I use the hell out of this because it makes things nice and easy for me. Yeah, I think that kind of like warm, peachy skin tone works with this color story. Yeah! Yeah! I might make him a little paler for a little more contrast, but like still keep it kind of peachy. Is there an easy toggle the black and white button? I would love if there was, because that would help me check contrast like immediately. I think that's good for contrast. We're gonna go with that. No, we can keep that light blue. Then I'll render out all the water droplets and stuff later. That's kind of our base. That works for a base, I think. Let's go in there and do some rendering, shall we? I'm not really gonna waste a bunch of time trying to fill in all the little gaps, because half of those are gonna get closed while we render. So that's pretty cool. Do I want to do this with oil? I think I want to do this with the little pencil crayon one that I like. That's been my rendering brush as of late. The eye, yeah, I know, they get all weirdly filled with skin tone. Unless you're saying they're cute, then thank you, but they get all kind of weirdly filled with skin tone until I go through and fix them. We're gonna have to deal with that for a little bit. I'm gonna make that a little bigger. I'm not super worried about fine details while I'm doing this very, like, grubby, brush-like rendering here, even though this is like a pencil crayon brush, but whatever. I've been getting a lot better at rendering lately, and so I'm kind of excited to finally do it on a stream. Although my rendering does kind of live or die based on how much I actually feel like rendering today. Because it can take a while. But, like, I at least know that I'm capable of doing good rendering. Which is half the battle, honestly. Rendering is hard. Rendering can be really miserable sometimes. I'm gonna do just like a little bit of shadow at the back here. I might add just like a little bit of seam here as well. Feels only right if the other stuff is gonna have those like yellow stitch seams that the hat gets on as well. I'll add those in a minute here. Stand my drawing tablet up a little bit. Trying to get like my ergonomics good so that I don't injure my wrist or anything. Because I have been drawing a lot this week, so I'm like kind of mindful of the strain on my arms. Okay, good, and then let's do the lighter tone for this. Bring it up to a little bit of a teal. There you go. Ugh, these always pop. They look so good. Yay, rendering! This is honestly like my main motivation to do rendering anymore, is just like, yay, I get to make the colors all poppy and fun. Hooray, rendering. I just make shit shiny. That's just the style. That's just what I do. I can do a little bit more like fabric mindful rendering, but sometimes it's fun to just make shit shiny. Do like a little bit of bounce light. Fun. Cute. Let me go find that light yellow that I'm using as well really quick. And I'm gonna do like a nice thinner version of this brush. Gonna do some stitches like kind of up the side here. Very cute. I like. Oh, Popplio, you look so wonderful and cute. I like him a lot. Since I already have the color selected, I'll go through and do all the blues first, and then I can come back and do other shit later. The rendering's gonna take a little bit. Buckle up. Although now that I kind of have like a rendering process I like, I can get through it a little bit faster. And we're not doing like intense lighting on any of these, so that also makes things a little bit quicker. Faster than I used to be, but rendering is still a process, and that's okay. I have accepted the fact that we're probably just gonna get Popplio done today, and that's gonna be that. It is almost 4 o'clock already. That's kind of crazy, yeah. This is definitely the only one we're getting done today. Which is why I might do an additional stream on Sunday, just with more Pokemon fashion dolls, because that would be fun. This was a good challenge. I'm glad I did it. Can't wait to get through that entire wheel's worth of Pokemon. Also, with the work I'm putting into these, it's definitely also going to be a YouTube video because A, I'm just trying to do more YouTube videos anyway, and B, I'm like, I feel like it would be a little bit of a shame to do all that work and then not get a long-form video out of it. Thanks for the hydrate reminder, Kaz! Let me just finish up my shading here and I'll grab the water bottle. Alright. Cheers, chat. Don't forget to hydrate. Delicious. Thank you for the reminder, Kaz. I'm gonna do all, like, the box stuff. All the, like, little extra stuff off of camera. Partially just because I don't have the files for it on this computer. I did that all on my laptop, but... yeah. I'll be leaving for the premiere, but I hope you have a great rest of stream. Sounds good, Destiny. I hope the premiere goes well. I hope it's good. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for dropping by. It was nice seeing you today. Love how Popplio turned out so far. Thank you. I also love it, and honestly, it couldn't be this way without your help. Have a great rest of your day. Nice seeing you. Goodbye. To the Popplio Council. Thanks for the hydrate reminder, Probe Terror. Give me just a second to finish my rendering. Oh, we're doing multiple. Okay. Yeah, give me a second to finish my rendering on this sleeve, and then I'll drink some water, I promise. And also, yes, welcome to stream. Kaz is right. Honestly, I think with these designs, if I can just, like, make the fans of that Pokemon happy, we're good. We're winning. And that's why I have chat here as the council. So if a Pokemon you really like comes up, then you get to help me design it. Or, you know, you could screw over the Pokemon that you don't like. I really hate this one. Give it a shitty design. Okay, 2 hydrates. 1, 2. Thank you very much for keeping me well hydrated, chat. You are appreciated. Still haven't decided what color these little beads are gonna be. I'll have to pick something out at some point. go. I think I just gotta add like a lot of seam lines to these pants with the shadows, and that'll be successful. Probably, hopefully. I haven't done a lot of rendering on stream. I think this might lock me in even more than doing line art does. That's kind of crazy. I gotta like hyper focus. Typically my method for picking colors for rendering, by the way, is just to go, like, I color pick the flat color of the area that I'm coloring, and then, like, for this blue, I've shifted the shadow color a little bit purple, and the highlight color a little bit more teal. So typically I just, like, color select like that, and then I make it darker, and then I drag whichever way I think looks more shadowy. is sort of my sort of my color picking process when I'm doing rendering for something that's not in, like, lighting that's gonna affect its coloration too much. And that rule, like, changes if I'm doing it under, like, I don't know, like intense sunlight where everything would be shaded more yellow. Stuff like that, but because these guys are just like, we're doing standard lighting for all of them, that's how I'm gonna be doing my color picking for the grand majority of the shadow and highlight colors. And then a little bit of extra potentially if I feel like doing bounce light. Very nice. And then on this side, I love how much this teal is popping against all the other colors. That's so awesome. Making me happy, for sure. Don't need, I think, as much on the shorts. Just like a little kind of sells it, for sure. Yeah, something like that. Do a little zoom out to see how all that's looking. It's nice, I like it. It definitely makes it look like a little bit more of a watery blue, which I think is awesome. It looks like it could potentially be a bathing suit, so that's not what I was going for, but cool also. Hey, let's do... I guess I'll grab like a little bit of this pink that I was using and do just a little bit of bounce light, since I've established that I was doing that on the hat. That looks pretty good. Just like a little bit of a touch of the pink around the shadowed edges is all I'm doing for this. Not thinking too hard about it. You can get super in-depth with how bounce light, like, actually works, but for today we're just gonna slap a little on the edges and call it good. And there we go. How cute. I like him. I like our little jester boy. Alright, let's do this next. Same thing, darken it, gonna shift it a little bit more towards like an indigo blue like that. That's our shadow color. of the shadows. These are all going to be covered just because of where the hat is. Good technique for shadows is just trying to think of like where the sun would actually be blocked from reaching the thing. This one I think is probably going to have a lot of sun on it, so we'll be kind of subtle with the shadows. Just a little along the edges for the most part. Yeah, something like that. And we'll go through and do all of these blues while we're here. There's like a little bit there. We'll just shade that whole thing. And then the leg warmers. The rendering lock-in is like actually happening. The music is good, the vibes are here. The focus is focusing, the rendering is happening. Looks good. I like it a lot. Alright, let's pick a lighter color for this. Back up to the teal area. That might be a little bit too much. Lighten. That there looks right. Then just add all the lights. Yippee hooray. Easy. Whenever I go to color the line art, I am gonna make the line art on the stitches here the same light yellow I'm using for the rest of the stitching. It's just gonna look like this for a little while until I actually get to the part where I color the line art. You know, so far it's looking good. I think the stitches look a little bit weird uncolored, but since that's gonna be changing, I'm just not gonna worry about it. It'll be fine. I actually do not know where the light source is coming from on this. I'm kind of just doing it based on vibes. Yeah, sure, that works. It looks nice at the very least, so... I mean, hey, that's really all I can ask for. Let's do the pink stuff next. We're gonna drag that down towards purple a little bit. That should be okay. If I do want to imply that this is like a ribbon, I can make it really shiny, which is very exciting for me. I love making stuff really shiny. Whoa. I kind of forgot about that. My phone has once again died. Where is me? There. I'm just gonna hide that. Here. If you give me like 1 minute here, I'm gonna do a little thing to at least have something on the stream while my poor VTuber is died. We're just gonna do that. So now at least I like kind of have my little guy. Beautiful. Okay, that'll do. Not the ideal solution, but at least I have something. Even if it is just my little Discord reactive dude, it works. And then hopefully my phone will revive itself and we can use VTube Studio again. But if not, you know, this'll work. This'll function. Thanks for the hydrate reminder, Kaz. Let me grab my water. Thank you. I guess it's not quite as obvious that I'm drinking water with it. You just have to trust me. But I do actually drink water when I get hydrate reminders. I have no reason not to. It'd be really shitty of me to lie. Second hydrate reminder. Cheers. Okay, that, and then we'll be doing the shoes as well. I have, like, the inside of the soles as a darker pink than the outside, and I think we are gonna keep that. I like the way that that looks. Let me just fill that in a little bit real quick. It'd be a weird thing to lie about too, yeah. It really would be, Kaz, you're right. Yeah, Chad, I swear, I totally drank water. What? No, this... No, I swear, I drank water. It's like a... It's just a very strange hill to die on, you know what I mean? Well, my phone has revived itself, but we are going to let it charge for a little while before I start using my VTuber again. Because otherwise it'll just die immediately, and that'll be no fun for anyone. Chat, trust I drank that water. I think that might be one of those things where it's like, if you're lying about it, you might just like lying for fun. Oh shoot. I forgot it did that. Because Discord doesn't like if I'm in a call on my own. Whoopsies. I would have to be in a server, but I don't want to be somewhere where people can, like, actually join my call. Whatever. You're just gonna have to not be able to look at me for a little bit, chat. I gotta get a PNG tuber set up for situations like this. That's the real lesson here. have to worry about that in the future. You just get no muffins for now, which is a little sad, admittedly, but I'm here. I'm here in spirit. Okay, and then for this one, for the highlight, I do want to make it like a pretty bright pink. And then we just do like a little bit of it, not very much. Except on the ribbon bit, we do a lot of it because I want to make the ribbon look shiny. Beautiful. And then to make it extra shiny, we do like an almost white. Yeah, like the center portion here. That looks lovely. Big fan. And we go grab this pink again. Forgot to do it on here, but we do just like a little bit of the bounce light. Very nice. Down here too. There we go, looking good. Oh, I'm really happy with how this is turning out. So it's just skin and hair to render out now, and then we're done, actually. That's pretty cool. Pretty happy with that. So skin, I'm gonna drag it a little bit more towards red, and we'll do like there-ish for the shadow color. I might lighten it off like a little bit. Looks a little bit too extreme. Raid, hello Senko, welcome, welcome. I'm so sorry I'm not here to greet you with my normal VTuber face. My tracking camera died, but hello, welcome Raiders. Hi Senko's chat, did you have a good stream? Nice to see you guys. Damn rude. I'm so sorry. Please blame my phone. Please don't blame me. It was not my fault. I definitely didn't have anything to do with my phone not having charge on it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How was your stream? Yeah, but my Wi-Fi is bad today, so sadly needed to end it early. Oh, that's too bad. I'm sorry. Well, at least it was good while it lasted. I hope your Wi-Fi behaves better for you in the future. Thank you so much for following. Welcome in, welcome in. Gonna lurk for now, but have fun. Will do. I guess I'll introduce myself. It's not quite as fun when I don't have my VTuber to make faces at you all, but hello, hello, my name is Muffins. I'm a Jackalope VTuber. I do kind of just variety. Sometimes I draw, sometimes I play games, but it's always a good time. Welcome in. I hope you guys had a ton of fun. Today we are doing a little design challenge where I design Pokemon as fashion dolls. Basically it's just Pokemon as human character designs, but I put a little bit of a fashion doll twist on it because I like fashion dolls, and that's what we do. If you guys got a raid and run, no worries about that. Go take care of yourselves, but otherwise, I'm so happy to have you here. What were you guys up to? What were you guys playing? I just completely lose track of what I'm doing. Okay. This is our Popplio design, by the way, Raiders. We did a little Jester Core Popplio. I'm just finishing up some rendering on it now, and he should be done shortly, hopefully. Yeah. I am also kind of in a locked-in state as I render my stuff out here. There are a few things with art. I'm pretty good at yapping while I draw, but there are a few things where it just takes all of my brain power. Line art and rendering, which I guess is like a lot of the art progress, but sometimes, man, you just gotta hyper-focus on the art, and that's just how it is. Well, I gotta remember to do blushing and stuff on the face as well. Don't let me forget that, please. Set a mental note, chat. Just a touch of that. That'll mostly be in the light, I think. Do like a little bit there. I guess it'll be more shaded on the inner thigh, because that's just where we're gonna get less sunlight. Okay. I think I'm gonna do just like a separate layer for when I add a little bit of blush into all of the skin. I'll worry about that after. It's not a big deal. I can make it work with the shading. Honestly, I think this is the most fun I've had with my art process for a while. Which might be telling, but I don't know, I'm just glad I'm enjoying myself. Had too much schoolwork taking the joy out of doing art lately, so maybe it's just good that I'm enjoying myself and I should cherish it. I have no idea how the light is working on this, but it's working! We're making it work! Yeah, that's good. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that. Not super intense lighting, but I honestly don't really need it to be super intense lighting. Works for me like this. That should be a good highlight color. Pretty subtle with the highlights on this. I feel like it's weird if I'm too, like, aggressive with highlighting the skin. Not supposed to look shiny. Although I guess this is a fashion doll, so it would kind of have a bit of a sheen to it, because it's plastic. I don't know. I'm not gonna think too hard about that, actually. Something like that works for me. I'm happy with that. Now we just gotta go do all of these yellows. Which I'll make the shading layer like kind of like a golden orangey yellow. These are all already like on parts where I've kind of mapped out how the shading works, so lucky me, I kind of just have to follow along with how the rest of the shading is in that area. Makes it a little quicker. Just fill this whole back part. Oh, and then that also maybe needs a little bit of shading. That would probably help. And then just down here on the pom-poms. This is kind of the easy part, I would say. And then I can use, I think, kind of the same shading colors to do the hair. Yeah, forget about that. That looks pretty good. Alright, let's find... We gotta find a highlight color that works for this yellow, because that is the paler yellow. And I think that's honestly gonna end up being, like, almost pure white. If not just pure white. I honestly can't tell. I think that is, like... If not pure white, a couple pixels off from it. And you know what? That's fine. That works for me. As long as it is evidently highlighted, that's all I ask. Okay. So it's just cleaning up the eye and the face and then doing all of the little, like, bead bits that I have. I guess I'll do the face first while I'm here. Oh, I said I was gonna do blushing on the skin as well. Yes, that's also kind of important. Let's just handle the face and then we'll get there when we get there. Popplio doesn't really have any eye color other than black, but I don't want to do black eyes. We'll do like blue-gray, I think. Yeah, that works. I am happy with that, and then we can do like some highlights in bright blue, and we'll do a little bit of yellow just for the funs. I think that'll look good. Yeah, I like that. I'll layer them in this way. Works for me. Happy with that. Do the inner mouth like that. As much as I typically do love drawing character faces, I'm not spending too much time on this one. It's more about the clothes, it's more about everything else. Yeah, okay. I am going to forget to do the blushing if I don't do it now, so we're gonna do it now. Let me do... I said I was gonna give him freckles, so let's give him freckles as well while we're at it. I'm gonna use the little spray brush. Best way for fast freckles. Same way I gave my VTuber freckles, actually. Yeah, that works. They're kind of subtle, but we can fix that by going in with the droplet spray. That's a little too big. They cease to look like freckles. Oh, nope, that's making them bigger. Okay. Never mind, that's not helping. We'll just leave it like that. I did really just go out and make another little goober, huh? My specialty. I'm really good at it, apparently. So, I am gonna do... Oh, wait, no, we're still blushing. We're blushing before I do that. I almost forgot. I want to do, like, a really pinky blush, because Popplio's got the big pink nose. I think that'll look best. Let me grab a little bit of that. That's quite precious. I like that a lot. And then just a little bit more blushing. Make things look a little bit more lifelike, a little bit more alive. Which is always weird to say when you're talking about, like, doll designs, but I can wholeheartedly say that I love when they do details like this on doll skin, so. We're just not gonna think too hard about the alive thing and be like, ooh, pretty realistic. Kind of. It's very pink, so it doesn't look as realistic as, like, a more neutral color would look, but I need the nose to be pink, so that's how we're doing it. It looks great. I like it. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, because I need a lot of these, like, little rendered balls, and I don't want to do, like, a lot of those. So we're gonna render one and then just copy and paste it. So we'll do the dark blue and then more of like a light watery blue. Thank you for the hydrate, or not the, that's a posture check. Thank you for the posture check, Kaz. Let me sit up straight. Maybe I've got too used to the hydrates. Oh, there's the hydrate. Okay. Thank you, Kaz. Cheers. Don't forget to drink your water, chat. There we go. Now my posture is straight and I am hydrated. Very good. Little bit of pink at the back there, and then blue. Or that is white. Got like 15k blueberries. There's always gonna be a hydrate as long as I'm alive, and I appreciate you for it, chat. Or not specifically chat. I appreciate you for that. I appreciate you for it, Kaz. You can tell I've been streaming for a while. My ability to speak words is kind of leaving. Someone's gotta have the job of being the hydrate guy, and I appreciate that it's you. Also, welcome, Saucy. Hello, it's nice to see you. There we go. I have that one rendered, and now I don't need to render a million more of them. I can just copy-paste it. Ooh, look at that. Another. Look at how much time I'm saving. I'm a genius. Very good. And then I'm just gonna dot the bottoms all gold. Those aren't as important. And then we'll do gold here and here. Here. And I think we'll do it on here as well. And then I don't have any down on the feet, so I just gotta do the rendering for these water droplets. Which, I do have to do separately, but I can just color pick from my little bubbles. And white. Beautiful. Looking good. And that's my line art layer, so now I just need to merge all my color layers together. And have my little eye highlight layer on the top. This is actually a child. I did not mean to make him look so young, but I mean, for a starter Pokemon, it kind of works. He is still really tall. I feel like its head is a little small, weirdly. I can mess with that a little bit. I don't do this very often. Oh. That's not good. So we're gonna see. Nope, nope, not like that. How do you do the... You gotta set it. Yeah, that's what I meant to do. I am going to liquefy it, but I need a bigger brush size. See, if I just tap it gently, I can make it a little bit bigger without, like, having to completely redo the drawing. Yeah. Yeah, I think that helps. I think that did something. Somewhere in there looks good. I'm happy with that. I don't want to mess it up too much. Okay, and then I just need to... I don't have this auto action installed on here, right? I do not. Okay. Give me one moment. I'm also gonna turn VTube Studio back on. Just because I can. Yay, I'm back! Okay, I'm gonna hop over here for a second, because I just need to go over to my little asset library thing and download this this setting. Or this action or whatever it's called. There it is, my beautiful auto line color. Okay. Should have it re-downloaded now. There we go. Okay. Then I can hop back down here. Alright, you guys gotta see this. So, I guess you can't fully see it, but I'm gonna describe what I'm doing anyway. I have all of my rendering and stuff merged down into one layer, so I have one color layer. Then I go over to my auto actions. I gotta make sure I have the color layer selected, and then I press change line color, and then I press play. And it does that, and it looks really weird. But then if I go over to my layers tab, and I drag this above my line art layer, look at that. Magnificent. I tend to lower the opacity of it a little bit, but it looks really nice, and it kind of just ties everything together. It looks good, I like it. The one thing I have to do is just go in and manually color the little stitches on the capelet. But other than that, it looks pretty good. I might do this on a layer above. Yeah, there we go, so that it's not at like 50% opacity. That looks pretty good! There we go. There's our little Popplio! You can tell that I'm happy and excited about it because I've raised my voice like an entire octave. Let's do a little signature. Might have to make the size a little smaller. Beautiful. And to zoom all the way out. I might redo the signature later, but yeah, there's Popplio. I think it looks pretty Popplio-like. I think I got the essence. He's even like kind of doing the same pose, which I think is so perfect. I like it. It turned out really well. I had so much fun with this. I'm glad we did this, and surely we will be doing more, because if you missed the wheel, this is what the wheel looks like. Nope, that is my stream manager. Hold on. If you missed the wheel, this is what the wheel looks like. And now it's one Pokemon smaller because we did Popplio, but I'm gonna keep taking suggestions and stuff for it because I do want to do as many Pokemon as I possibly can. It just might take me a while, but I will definitely keep doing the suggestions. I had a lot of fun doing Popplio, so we're gonna keep going. It was a super good time. I love this. This is an awesome challenge. Yeah, woohoo, yippee. I definitely do not have the time to do another one today, so we're gonna just leave it at Popplio. Where's my cursor gone? You can get one last look at the guy. Oh, how cute. It turned out really good. I'm really happy with it. I hope you guys also like it. I will post it in the Discord so everyone can get a look at what we did today. It looks pretty cute. Thank you, Kaz. I'm happy with him. I'm also just happy that I feel like I actually managed to get the essence of Popplio in there. That can be really hard, so I'm like, it looks like Popplio. At least I think it looks like Popplio. It's a win. It's a win in my books. Yeah. Good stuff. I'm happy with it. Alright, let's go back over. Where's Mouse? Here. Yeah. So that's that. So that's another art challenge done. I had a good time. I hope you guys also had a good time. Unless more stuff comes up, I think we'll do more of this on Sunday. Maybe this and then some Minecraft, kind of depending how things play out. But that's gonna be the plan. Is just to keep on doing Pokemon fashion dolls. I guess not this exactly, but like, you know, more of the Pokemon fashion doll challenge. Popplio's done. That's all. Yeah. I'm just making sure I've got everything saved and all that good stuff before I close out the file and everything. Because if I don't do it now, I will forget, and that would suck. Okay, very good. Yes. Yeah. I hope you guys also had fun, designing Pokemon as fashion dolls. I think this is a really cool challenge, not to toot my own horn or anything, but I think I cooked with that one. Thanks for the stream. No worries, Zumi. Thanks for being here. Always nice having you in chat. I don't really have much else to add today. I'm gonna go relax because I am, in fact, still tired. So we're gonna call it a day there, but I'll be back on Sunday doing more of this and maybe also some more Minecraft SMP because I want to keep working on my tree. I think that'll be fun. That's it. That's all, I think. I don't think I have anything else important to tell you today other than go follow me on my socials and join my Discord if you want to. You will find all of that in the panels down below. That was stream. That's all I got. Thank you guys so much for being here. It was very nice seeing you. I hope you all have a great weekend. Whenever I see you next, I will be live next on Sunday, same time. and I hope to also see you there. Have a great day, everyone. I hope you all rest well, and I will see you later. Bye! Can't find my mouse. Okay, bye!